Hi everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, Mr. Photon. How are you?
Doing good, good. So we're going to do our weekly financial update. In the first part of this video, we're going to cover the Trump accounts that were just announced yesterday. There has been 6 million signups for that so far. Trying to figure out like long term, is this something that's really going to help out people? There's criticisms that we don't know where the money's coming from. Is it coming from taxpayers? Is it coming from Trump? Is it coming from businesses that are donating this money? We're not really sure. So for those of you that don't know, any child in the United States born 2025 and on can receive money from the federal government that I guess will be tax-free in an account for them until they're 18, and then they can flip that into like a retirement account. And this money is invested in the stock market. So instead of, just getting the interest of like being in a bank or something like that, which is nothing, you're basically in the market, which is pretty much only going to grow. They're just going to pump that market, over the next couple decades, right? It only goes up. So over the long term. So there's, people are saying this is great. There's possibilities where you could grow that to hundreds of thousands of dollars if you know how to, if you're smart with that. And you can put in all the money if you max that out, right? What you're allowed to put in there. I think you put in 5 grand a year. So yeah, let's ask some questions. Ask the founding fathers. Bring the founding fathers to probe this.
Yeah, sure. What would you like to know?
So is this really going to help build the next generation's financial future in the United States, or is this just politics?
Is this going to help the kids with a financial future? No, it will. It will if you do it correctly.
Okay. Right. And by correctly, they mean to like kind of max out as much as you can put into it per year, or what do they mean by correctly?
Yes, it really is supposed to be an incentive for the parents and family members to contribute regularly to these accounts.
Hmm.
And if you do that, then definitely it will work.
I
But
believe that.
if
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying if you just start, the $1,000, but I'm like, not everybody can contribute.
Right.
People are not in that position. Maybe they don't know how. But anyway, let's ask this question. So, what about, if they don't contribute? I mean, it will still grow, but it just won't be as clearly as much money as it would if you maxed it out every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Compound.
my question is this: children that are disabled, and we may have some disabled members in the audience that will know the answer to this, and please do put it in the comments. So, if a child is disabled and they're on disability, would this account affect them in any way? Like negatively, would they lose their disability? Okay, I'm getting a no on that. Because disabled people are not allowed, and as far as I'm aware, to have a surplus of money like in an account like that and claim disability at the same time. But it seems as if with these accounts, if your child is, God forbid, is disabled and you have to claim disability for that child, these accounts are not going to interfere with you receiving that disability.
Yeah. Well, you can't really touch it, right? So I could see how that would be the case. It's not like it's money.
Ah, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's ask
Um,
this question. Then at 18, does it wreck the adult, a child that was receiving disability, now going into an adult, does it wreck their disability? Ah, yes. Okay.
that's if you take it out, though, right? Like if you pay the
No.
penalty. No. What if you flip it into like a Roth IRA at that point?
What if you flip it into a Roth IRA at that point? It still counts.
Ah,
So
okay.
this is where you have to go into these tax advantaged disability accounts where can you move it into a it'll eventually they'll allow that because this will come up legal. There'll be so many legal questions about this later on. So you would have to put it in a tax advantage, what I'm getting from the founding fathers, a disability account. But then that has a limit. That
Right.
is not unlimited. It has a limit and it has to be used for disabled, you know, medical things, or it has to be used in a certain way.
All right. We'll have to have another disclaimer here. This is not financial advice and not legal advice
No,
either.
Spirit are not your financial advisors.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So, okay. But yeah, I mean, flipping it into the Roth IRA at 18, I mean, does give you an advantage because you get to start this because you can't do the Roth IRA until you're 18 and earning money, right? Until you have a job, like technically, right? So this will allow parents to basically start that up early. And if you are fortunate enough to, to contribute to that over the years, right, it's going to be pretty powerful, I would say. But the critics are saying, well, not everybody can afford to do that, right? So it's kind of like the rich get richer. And also, a lot of people, they're just not, I think for the average person, they're just not, the education about this stuff early is just not there, unfortunately. Like they're not teaching you this stuff at school, that's for sure. So I think the most powerful thing combined with this would be education on how these things work to the average person. That would really be powerful. But if you're one of those lucky people that have some money to throw into this and you have, a grandchild or a new kid on the way, then I think it sounds like a good idea for you guys to look into at least anyways. Um, but yeah, so that's the big news yesterday. The other question I wanted to ask, because there was remarks made at the podium yesterday, somebody asked, will Bitcoin ever be involved with this account? Meaning that, like right now the funds are being put into the S&P 500 or the stock market, is it possible that Bitcoin will be an option for this account to save your money in at some point?
Bitcoin be an option. No.
Okay. Well, he said he's considering, but that's obviously, a political answer, right? So keep that in mind. All right. So what we do for our members, let's talk about that because we do a weekly financial update. The first part of this video, we usually talk about some news, and then the second part is where we actually cover the markets for the week and out to the month and even the long term as well. We're covering the S&P 500 stock market. We're taking requests for all kinds of equities that our members are looking to invest in or interested in. So we probe them out 5 years to give you a good idea of where they're going. Hopefully you can avoid some landmines and hit some pots of gold along the way. That's the goal. And of course, we do our weekly update on Bitcoin. We actually have a chart, and I'm going to actually review this when we go over the second part of this video, that has been very, very accurate at predicting the market in the future, going out a few months. And it's based on astrology. And we pair that up with Liz's data that she gets when we probe these assets out. And it's scarily accurate. Looking back now over the last 3 months, we called the top at 82 Bitcoin with this chart. And we, the low that we hit at 56K, that was at the end of June where this chart ended. It was the lowest point of the chart. So looking back, I mean, nobody's calling stuff like that out. There's no groups out there that I'm aware of, and I've been around that are that accurate at calling stuff. So this is an opportunity for everybody here because we are, at the bear and we're in the bear market for crypto, and we think the S&P and the stock market's going to keep going. So there's some major opportunities. You should definitely check out our member section at Patreon/remote viewing and beyond. The second part of this video, we will be covering all of that and more. So we hope to see you on the other side. Is there anything from you, Liz?
No, I'm just going to continue my daily World Cup prediction. So, yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
also on there too. So, thank you.
absolutely. All right. Well, we hope to see you on the second part of this video.
Okay, great. Thank you.